Good morning to you on the sixth day of Christmas when my true love gave to me 6 geese a-laying. Anyhow, it is December 30th. Oh my goodness, it's almost the end of 2021. Oh gosh, seems like in some ways the year has gone very quickly. Let's see, it's 7:37 a.m. on the east coast of the United States. I am in the state of Georgia, down in the southern part of the state near Florida. So I have been listening to an audiobook called A Short History of Coffee by Graham Kerr, and I've learned some things. So first of all, I mentioned this yesterday, but I'll mention it again today, that I looked this up in many different sources. And do you know how many cups of coffee are drunk around the world every day? An estimated more than 200 billion. So how many of those are yours? For me, it's just a couple. Oh, sometimes I'll sneak in 3. So, some of the things I learned. It's so interesting. First of all, did you realize that we call them coffee beans, which makes it sound like a vegetable or something? Actually, coffee is a fruit. Actually, the beans are not beans, they're seeds. So this is how it happens. You know, like a cherry, the fruit, cherries. Okay, so they, grow on trees. So coffee grows, what we call coffee cherries, grow on a coffee bush. And they kind of even look a little bit like cherries. They start off green, and when they ripen, they turn yellow and red. And the difference between them and a fruit cherry is that they don't have a whole lot of pulp in them like a cherry does. Inside is mostly 2 seeds. Those seeds we call beans. So there's 2 coffee beans in each coffee cherry. Now, when coffee was first used, it wasn't brewed like we do today, roasted and brewed. It was sometimes just chewed, the whole cherry was chewed, or it was mashed up into a pulp and mixed with fat and used as a spread. Sounds reasonable, right? Let's see, I took some notes on this. Oh, it was also brewed more like a tea. So the cherry consists of skin, okay, and some pulp, not a whole lot. And then we got, each cherry contains 2 seeds, and those seeds are what we take out and roast and make into coffee. And the more roasted that coffee bean is, the more it'll crunch up. So like if you ever buy those, sometimes they call them chocolate covered coffee beans or chocolate espresso beans, you want to get a kind that's been roasted pretty well so you won't hurt your teeth, because those coffee beans can be pretty hard. When they first, before they're roasted, they're very dense. So you don't want to break a tooth over one. So, oh, yes, here's some other facts. Don't boil your coffee, all right? Back in the old Western cowboy days, they used to throw the coffee grounds into a pot of water and put it on the campfire or whatever. And they would know it's ready when it boiled and the grounds settled to the bottom. But actually, and boiling, is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. The best temperature is between 191 and 196, more or less, degrees Fahrenheit. And when you're putting milk in, if you heat the milk up, don't heat it more than maybe between 140 and 160 degrees, because you don't want to ruin the sweetness and the creaminess of it, and make it taste sort of like a cooked milk, because that won't be so pleasant in with the coffee. So, okay, Kevin's asking, have I ever had the Bianco Leggero? Yes, I have. And let me see, whoops. Let me see if I have any, do I have any notes on this? Bianco Leggero. Okay, so that one is, I have, and that's so good with milk. Let me look, I have more notes here. I keep notes. Okay, yes. So I did like it, the Bianco Leggero and the Bianco Forte. So I like both of those, and they are good with milk. And if you look back in my videos, I have a review somewhere. And when I say review, you know what? What I'm giving you is my personal opinion that is possibly much less educated than some of you guys, but it's my opinion. Okay, so this morning I'm going to make an original line capsule. This is, okay, Vienna. Oh my gosh, did I forget what this is already? You know what? Let me look this up on my computer because it's a Lungo. Vienna Linzio Lungo. That's the name. Some of these names are a little, they don't come easily to mind if you don't talk about them a whole lot, right? So this is that pretty capsule that I had just one of that somebody sent to me. And what I read about this one is, this is all Arabica, Brazilian and Colombian Arabica coffees. And it's made to be brewed as a lungo, which is about 3.7 ounces, okay? And what I read about it said, drink it like a local, like someone from Vienna, Austria. And it said, top it off with some more water to make it 5.07 ounces, which is a Gran Lungo. And I don't have any more clear cups. They're all in the dishwasher. So I'm going to use this one. It's kind of pretty. Now, it's been my experience that even with some of the Lungos, that I prefer them as espressos, but I'm going to go ahead and try this out. So I will push the Lungo button once okay, there's the funny sound. That means it's heated up. I'm going to push the Lungo button, and then I'm going to eject the capsule, and I'm going to push the espresso button to just put extra water in there. So that would be like 3.75 ounces plus 1.35, which will be about 5 ounces, which is what we're looking for. So it's going to be a Lungo plus some extra water. Now, what I read did say to have it like this with a slice of cake. Well, is there anyone out there that can run me over a slice of cake real quick? I don't have any cake. Okay, let me eject the capsule. Okay, close the machine. Now push the espresso button to just put water in. That's the nice thing that I like about this Pixie machine, is that you can just put hot water. In fact, for Christmas Eve, my grandkids came over and I made them hot cocoa. And a quick way to heat up the water was just to have it, use my Pixie with no capsule in it. And I was able to make several hot cocos for them with, hot water pretty much instantly. Okay. So now I'm going to show you what this looks like looking down into it. Okay. It's pretty in the cup. It kind of looks like a cup of American coffee, doesn't it? And actually, it sort of is, because Lots of times people make what's called a cafe Americano, which is espresso, and they top it off with water. Okay, so I'm going to give this a try. Wish I had that slice of cake. Of course, I don't know, I think I'd enjoy anything with a slice of cake. How about you? You know what? This tastes very... It tastes a lot like a nice American cup of coffee. And the thing is, I could drink it black. I don't need to put milk in it. Very often with a just regular American cup of drip coffee, you know, or like cup of coffee in a restaurant or something like that, I feel like I need milk to smooth out any bitterness or acidity. And usually I'll sweeten it too, but this is rather nice like this. I am surprised. So Vienna, Linzio, Lungo on the original line of Nespresso coffees. Not bad at all. In fact, I'll bet it's better than mashing up those beans and into a pulpy mess and adding fat to them and spreading it on something. Well, although I don't know, never tried it. So if I ever go to a country where they grow coffee beans, one of the things that I would like to do after having read about the origins of coffee is I would like to have the experience of chewing on a coffee cherry and seeing what that's like, because it's the roasting that brings out the flavor that we associate with coffee. Apparently, the coffee cherry, when you chew on that, it's almost more, I've read, more like a mango type taste. It's nothing at all like coffee as we know it. Like so many things, you gotta cook it to bring out the flavor that we love. And for coffee, that comes with roasting. Okay, well, I hope that maybe you've learned something, and maybe you'll try this Vienna Linzio Lungo if you're looking for a nice, I won't say it's mild, sort of a medium, mild to medium cup of coffee. And it's a nice size because it's like 5 ounces. And if you do add some milk to it, you know, that'll bring it up to maybe 6 or more ounces. So even though it's the original line with the little capsules, you can still get a nice sized cup of coffee. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, I wish we were just all sitting here together and could chat and sip on our cups.